What up, what up? Today we are going to show you the process of breeding dumbo red mosaic guppies. Today I will be picking out and choosing the next breeder for this up and coming year. All the fish you see here are F2s from a strain of dumbo red mosaic guppies that I bred last year in the spring. Here are a few that I picked out. I stopped at my local Walmart and found this little small bin that had a strainer inside there that I thought was useful, and the bin itself was a really good display for the guppies. The fish in the bin were not the fish I chose. Those were rehomed, and the ones I selected finally had their first drop. The first drop was a small drop. There were probably 6 or 7 fry, and it is typical for a first timer of a guppy. I did pick out 3 female to 2 males, and in this bin, as you can see, there were only 6 fry. Shortly after, the second female dropped some more fry, and as you can see, she was a lot more of a better mother as a fish breeder. These are the bins that I keep all the fries in. I do my best and judge all the females and make sure that I don't let them drop any tubs. Some strains are really good, some strains are fry eater magnet, so you want to go ahead and pay attention to all fish. And there's a lot of signs where you can judge to see if a female is ready, but you really just have to, it really could just come down to keeping guppies and building an eye to see and know when the female is dropping. And here is the fry about a month in, and I am moving them into a larger tub to grow out some more. Couple of minutes after, I could tell the fish are a lot happier. They have been in the tubs, the smaller bins, for about a month, and they are, I don't know, something about it. I can just tell they are a lot happier inside this bigger tub. In a few weeks, I will be separating these from male to female and setting up some new tubs to expand and have space for them, ensuring that the breeders keep on breeding. They get a ton of food and as well as a weekly water change. Before I started the weekly water change, these fish tanks were relatively new. In terms of new, I mean they have only been set up for a very short time, so I was doing a every 2 weeks water change. I feed a ton to the guppies, so it is important to keep up with their water change and make sure the water does not go bad. This is the group of guppies that I chose out, and inside here there are some lighter females and some darker females, and that is me mixing 2 line of guppies into one. Some of these were from Vietnam and the other ones are from Thailand, and as you can see, the darker females are from Thailand, and then the lighter females are from Vietnam. And boy oh boy, the male that I chose for this breeding is absolutely. So the first step of breeding is getting fry, and the second step of breeding is making sure the fry grow and are healthy. I feed a ton, like I said, so the main thing of after feeding is keeping up with the water change and keeping the water clean. A lot of my tanks in tubs looks very dirty, but that is for a reason, and that is to maintain a healthy, beneficial bacteria, at the same time keeping the fish tank clean. Something about brine shrimp though, the guppies absolutely go crazy for it. Even the shyest of all fish will come in and just go absolutely frenzy on the brine shrimp. So not too long after, I got the third, and then here is the fourth drop of guppies. These were from actually a pair of guppy that I had left over from trying to rehome, and the fourth dropped, and then I rehomed the parents. So that was a win-win situation for me. Here are the beautiful breeders, and as you can see, this male right up in the front here is a prime example of half moon. This was them about 3 months ago, and at this stage they only get better in terms of finish. Right here, this male right here, he is a prime example of dumbo and half moon. So the male up front is a male that I chose for backup just in case this guy doesn't do good, but it was not even needed. So here is about a weekend of the fourth batch, and as you can see, there are a ton of them in there. The days that I don't feed brine shrimp, I feed a mixture of guppy food. These are all dry food that I grind up into the smallest of particle that I can. Not too small to the point where, you know, the fish will just kind of let it snow through. These are a variety of guppy food, like I said, and I mix in the water to soften it up. That way the guppies will kind of just go frenzy at it. And by doing this, it kind of, to me, it kind of tricks them to think that it's brine shrimp in a way, because it's kind of just dusting it in the water, and the fish kind of just gotta go at it, and eventually the food will fall down to the bottom. So you want to be very careful of not overfeeding. But the fish do go down, and all day they do kind of pick out the food on the bottom. Just like any fish keeper though, I do have a ton of other guppies and guppy strains, and here are some of the, actually there is a name for it, but I'm not liking it. I don't see these too much around. If anything, I have not seen these around my area in quite some time, so I'm coming up with another name for them. These are the red dragon. As you can see, they are gorgeous and they are breeding. So I do have another video specifically for these guys, so stay tuned for that. And as you can see, they are going at it with this guppy dust. Here's another strain. These are the Galaxy Yellow Mosaic, or Galaxy Mosaic, Yellow Mosaic, Tiger Mosaic. There's a bunch of names for it, and I'm very liking the Galaxy Yellow Mosaic for these at the moment, because they present the galaxy body and then in transition to a sunset or yellow tail for the mosaic. Here is a big drop of blue moscal that I got, and they are growing. These are the 1-day-old guppy fry, and I wanted to show you that they do grow very quickly, and this is the guppy in about a month or two. The water in the fish room is heated through room temp, and I got the temp set at 80. There is a huge temperature difference between air temp and water temp. Water temp is probably always sitting around 73 to 75 degrees, and the room is sitting at 85. So I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but the water is colder. The guppies are growing a little bit slower than I want, but I hope you guys enjoyed today's video.